Hello all of you, welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to study class 9th chapter 2nd, The Adventures of Toto from Moment's book. The Adventures of Toto is written by Ruskin Bond. First of all, we will see about the writer. Ruskin Bond is an eminent contemporary Indian writer of British descent. He prolifically authored inspiring children's books and he was awarded the Sahitya Academy Award to honor his work of literature. Now we will discuss about our lesson, The Adventures of Toto. This is a humorous and adventurous story of a naughty monkey named Toto. The writer's grandfather bought the monkey from a tongo driver. The pranks played by Toto have been narrated in an interesting way. We must read this story and we should know more about Toto. Have you ever had a baby monkey as a pet? Before that, you heard about that baby monkey as a pet? Toto is a baby monkey. Hear that? Toto is a baby monkey. Is that monkey baby name is Toto? Let's find out whether he is mischievous or docile. Our word mischievous means liking to behave badly and embarrassing or annoying people. A bird docile means quiet and easy to control. Grandfather bought Toto from a tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. The writer's grandfather purchased a monkey named Toto from a tonga driver by paying 5 rupees to him. The tonga driver used to keep the little red monkey tied to a feeding trough. A word tonga means horse cart and a word trough means a long narrow container from which farm animals eat or drink. The tonga driver had tied the little red colored monkey to a feeding trough so that he could not run away. And the monkey looked so out of place there that grandfather decided he would add the little fellow to his private zoo. A word zoo means, all of you know, a park where many kinds of wild animals are kept so that people can look at them and where they are bred, studied and protected. When the writer's grandfather saw the monkey, he had a desire to add him to the collection of animals which he had in his zoo at home. Toto was a pretty monkey. His bright eyes sparkle with mischief beneath deep-set eyebrows. Writer gives a description of Toto. The writer told about the baby monkey. He told that he had bright, shiny eyes which were full of mischief. The eyebrows were deeply set on his face, and his teeth, which were a pearly white, were very often displayed in a smile that frightened the life out of elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. His teeth were like pearls. Many ladies belonging to the Anglo-Indian community got scared when they saw his teeth, which were displayed when he smiled. But his hands looked dried up as though they had been pickled in the sun for many years. Baby monkey's hands were dried and wrinkled as if they had been dried in the sun, like a pickled vegetables. At his fingers were quick and wicked, and his tail, while adding to his good looks, grandfather believed a tail would add to anyone's good looks, also served as a third hand. He had a long tail. The writer's grandfather, though that tail added to the good looks of an animal, Toto's tail was like a third hand for him. He could use it to hang from a branch, and it was capable of scooping up any delicacy that might be out of reach of his hands. It helped him hang from the branch of a tree. He also used it to lift objects which were beyond his hand's reach. Grandmother always fussed when grandfather brought home some new bird or animal. Here, the writer's grandmother was against the grandfather's attitude of bringing new pets, birds, and animals. So it was decided that Toto's presence should be kept a secret from her until she was in a particularly good mood. So the grandfather thought that they should conceal this fact from her until she was in a good mood. We are not going to tell her about Toto. We will hide from her. When her mood was good, that time we will tell her. Grandfather and I put him away in a little closet opening into my bedroom wall. The writer and his grandfather secured Toto in a little cupboard in the writer's room, where he was tied securely, or so we thought, to a peg fastened into the wall. In order to be sure, the grandfather and the writer, that Toto did not escape, they tied him to a hook in the wall. A few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release Toto, we found that the balls, which had been covered with some ornamental paper chosen by grandfather, now stood out as a naked brick and plaster. After some time, or after few hours, the writer and his grandfather, both they came to see the Toto and to release Toto. They found that where they have tied Toto near a ball at a peg, the ball was totally uncovered. Before few hours, that ball was covered with ornament paper chosen by my grandfather, but in this time that is a naked, or we can say that is a uncovered. Now in this time we are able to see naked brick and plaster. The peg in the ball had been breached from his socket, and my school blazer, which had been hanging there, was in shreds. They both noticed that the Toto had broken the hook and had escaped from his binding. Also he tore my blazer into thin pieces. Here my means writer's blazer into thin pieces. The Toto tore the writer's blazer into thin pieces. I wondered what grandmother would say, but grandfather did not worry. He seemed pleased with Toto's performance. The writer was worried about that. When his grandmother knew about this wall condition, then she will be angry. But I have noticed that my grandfather is nothing worried about that what Toto did. But grandfather was very happy with Toto's performance. He is clever, said grandfather. Given time, I am sure he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into a rope and made his escape from the window. The grandfather was telling that he is very clever. If we have given some more time to him, then I am sure he is able to tie the torn pieces of your blazer into a rope and he is able to escape from window. His presence in the house is still a secret. Toto was now transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarters, where a number of grandfather's pets lived very sociably together. His presence was still now secret. Nobody knows about Toto, that Toto is in the house. Now we have decided that Toto have to go in a new house, that is servants' quarter, where a number of grandfather's pets lived very sociably together. So we are going to shift Toto in that particular place. A tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and for a while my pet goat. So these pets animals were living there: a tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and for a while my pet goat. But monkey would not allow any of his companions to sleep at night. So grandfather, who had to leave Dehradun next day to collect his pension in Saharanpur, he decided to take him along. Toto is very mischievous. He did not let the animals sleep at night, so my grandfather have decided to take him along because he want to go next day to Dehradun to collect his pension in Saharanpur, so he decided to take Toto with him.